Hello and welcome to the next lesson in the series Learn to Play the Violin with Me, where I play both student and teacher and we learn how to play the violin together. Make sure your violin is tuned and make sure you have rosin on your bow, and we'll get started. 15-minute timer is set and here we go. So if you need a review of how to hold the violin in detail, how to put the shoulder rest on, how to rosin the bow, or any of that, make sure to look at lesson number 21. That's where we went over it in detail when we first started learning to play with the bow. So now we're in lesson number 23, I think. So we're pretty much experts at this point. When we last left off in our last lesson, we had just sight read number 52 on page 17 of Essential Elements Violin 1 book. We are working on playing with the bow and adjusting our arm angle and our bow angle to play on multiple strings, on the D string and the A string. We had, as we worked through this page, we first had 4 beats of rest in between changing strings, then we had 2 beats, then we had 1 beat, and now we're officially down to 0 beats of rest in between changing strings. So we're slowly getting to the point where we can find that angle quicker and quicker. As you work through it, you might accidentally hit multiple strings and play several at the same time or play the wrong one. That all comes with learning. Last lesson I was doing that a bunch on this read through. I'm sure it'll keep happening, but muscle memory will start increasing and we'll get better and better at finding that angle. So let's try 52. We're starting on the open D string. Remember that rectangle or the square symbol above the first D is a down bow, which we go to the right, right? We start at the frog and we go to the right. And then that triangle one is the up bow, where we start at the tip and we go to the frog. Also in this piece is the bow lift, which looks like an apostrophe. And remember, that's when we lift the bow off the strings and then we return it to its starting point by the frog, because on the repeat, we start with a down bow. So our bow needs to be at the frog to be able to do that down bow. Let's try it nice and slow, including the repeat, starting on the D string. D, here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest, rest, repeat. Rest, rest, rest. Okay, let's try that one more time, just so we can continue practicing balancing all these things at once, holding the violin where the scroll is not pointing toward the floor. Oh, I'm supposed to be holding it on the bout. I'm sorry. Yeah. So I guess wherever you're holding it, I mean, very, very soon we're going to be holding it up here on the neck. So as long as you're holding it, making sure that it's at a comfortable angle on the shoulder rest and your chin's on the chin rest, making sure that you're finding the angle to play the correct string, all that good stuff, and also balancing the pressure that you're applying and the speed so that it makes a nice clear sound. A couple times it was sounding a little shaky for me, which means my speed was a little bit low for the pressure I was applying. So I was just adjusting the speed or taking off a little pressure. Let's try 52 one more time. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Two, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. There were a couple times where I accidentally touched the G string and the E string, but we are getting there. It's getting better and better with every single repetition. Let's look at 53, Essential Elements Quiz, Olympic Challenge. So now we are flipping back and forth from D string to A string in not as predictable of a pattern. So we really have to watch, and I personally need to keep practicing keeping my eyes on the music as opposed to watching the strings, because I don't want my eyes going back and forth, because that's going to affect how fluidly I can play and with a steady beat for the piece. So here we go. Let's try to sight read number 53. There's no repeat, so it's just one time through. Starting on the D string. 1, 2, ready, play. D, D, A, 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 D, D, A, A, D, 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 rest, rest, rest. Let's try that again. I'm going to try to only play the strings that I'm supposed to be playing. Here we go. Try to make sure that your bow is going in a straight line. That's what I'm going to do, instead of kind of like drifting back and forth, so I can get as consistent of a sound as possible. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest, rest, rest. Let's look at Bow Builder 7. It says combining both hands. Using notes from the D major scale, echo what your teacher plays. All right, great. So I am going to play teacher for this activity. So first, we are going to remember, let's go over actually. Let's put our bow down for a moment. And let's go over the notes of the D string and the A string, because now we are going to start using our left hands, and we're not just playing open D and open A. We are going to start playing all the notes that we've been learning throughout the first 16 pages of the book. So remember, on the D string, open D, 1 finger is an E, 2 fingers is F sharp, 3 fingers is G. Remember the placement of the fingers as well. E is about 1 inch up from the scroll. F sharp is about another inch. And then G is about 1/2 inch. So it's pretty much touching that finger. Then on the A string, A is open. B is 1 finger. C sharp is 2 fingers. And high D is 3 fingers with the same finger placement as the notes on the A string. I am going to play a 4-beat pattern using combination of those notes, and then there will be 4 beats of rest, so you can process what you're going to be echoing me, and then you will echo the same thing that I have just played. And I'm going to put it on the screen for you so that you can see what pattern I'm playing, and then you can look at it while you play as well. All right, so we're going to do 3 of them, starting on the D string. So they're all going to be on the D string. We'll be using combinations of D, E, F sharp, and G. I'll play first. There will be 4 beats of rest, so you can get ready, and then you echo my pattern. Here we go. Here's pattern number 1. My turn, ready, and D, D, E, E. 1, 2, ready, play. D, D, E, E. My turn, same 1. D, D, E, E. Rest, 2, ready, play. D, D, E, E. All right, good. And this is the first time that we are playing the different notes while we have it in shoulder position. So it's not going to be perfect for me either, because remember, I'm learning with you. So hopefully yours went better than my second one. All right, here's the second pattern that we're going to play on the D string. My turn, ready, and D, E, D, rest. 1, 2, ready, play. D, E, D, rest. All right, let's try it again. My turn, ready, and D, E, D, rest. 1, 2, ready, play. D, E, D, rest. All right, let's do number 3. This one is actually going to have us playing D, E, F sharp, and G. So we're just gonna go for it, and we're all gonna discover how it sounds. So for the first time, us putting all our fingers down on the D string. Here we go. I'll go first. 1, 2, ready, and D, E, F sharp, G. 1, 2, ready, play. D, E, F sharp, G. My turn, ready, and D, E, F sharp, G. 1, 2, ready, play. D, E, F sharp, G. I'll do it one more time. D, E, F sharp, G. 1, 2, ready, play. D, E, F sharp, G. All right, how'd that go? Good. If you want to pause it and practice any of these more, that's awesome. Let's look at the A string. So we're going to do the same thing, actually. We're going to do the same patterns. No, almost the same patterns. We're going to do some of them the same, some of them different, but on the A string this time. Here's pattern number 1. So we're on the A string, so remember that our bow now is at a different angle. Here's number 1. I'll play. 4 beats of rest, then you play. A. 1, 2, ready, and rest. 2, ready, play. A, B, A, B. Same rhythm, ready, and rest. 2, ready, play. A, B, A, B. All right, hope that went well. During that, I was realizing that the bow was getting a little bit shaky, a little bit bumpy, which means I need to increase my speed. And I accidentally hit one of the, I think the D string, but we're all learning. All right, here's pattern number 2. 1, 2, ready, and A, B, A, rest. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest. My turn, ready, and rest. 1, 2, ready, play. A, B, A, rest. Good. All right, last one. We're actually going to play all 4 notes we know on the A string so far. Open A, B, C sharp, and D. I need to make sure that my wrist is straight. So I'm going to focus on that my positioning of my fingers, they're curved. I'm only touching one string at a time. All those things that we did when we had it in guitar position, we now have to what's the word? We have to do in shoulder position now. I can't think of the word. So we're going to play A, B, C sharp, and D. I don't want to get in the habit of having my wrist like this against the bout, so I'm going to make sure that I watch that this time. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and. One, 2, ready, play. A, B, C sharp, D. My turn, ready, and. 1, 2, ready, and A, B, C sharp, D. All right, we did it. We officially played all the notes that we know on the violin, holding it in shoulder position. That is so exciting and perfect timing. Thanks for joining me. And next lesson, we are going to turn the page and see what's on page 18. I'll see you then.